Now, the corporate establishment in the Democratic Party is looking to take back some seats and challenge some new ones in 2018. Okay, that's great. I'm all for challenging, Republicans in their districts. I'm also for challenging Democrats in their districts. There should be no safe seats. There shouldn't be a thing such as a safe seat. They should all be challenged. That includes primary challenges, even for people that I like. So it's good to see that we are seeing some of these challenges. Now, corporate Democrats, they're not used to actually challenging Republicans in their seats or actually having primaries happen. So they're looking for a little bit of advice, right? Because they're not sure how to go about this whole running a fair election thing. Okay, so now, again, they're looking for some help, some advice to put together a winning strategy for 2018. So I'm assuming that they're going to go around and they're going to ask people who are actually successful at exciting people, getting people out to the polls. People like Tulsi Gabbard, Nina Turner, maybe Bernie Sanders, right? You're going to ask those people for help? Well, let's see the direction that they're going. Now, Politico is reporting that 3 House Democrats involved in mapping out the party's strategy to win in 2018 are going to make a pilgrimage to Chicago in order to seek out the advice of none other than Mayor Rahm Emanuel. That's who they're asking for advice. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Why not just quit now? Rahm Emanuel? Seriously? Now, Politico writes that these Democrats are seeking out Emanuel because of the part he played in winning back the House majority for Democrats in 2006. Now, back then, he was chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC. Now, Hakeem Jeffries, one of the people who was going to see Emanuel, tells Politico in 2006 there was a similar landscape where Republican-controlled majorities in the House and Senate refused to do anything to hold George W. Bush accountable. Okay, well, that might be the only thing that is similar, but the political landscape is much different than it used to be back in 2006. The field has changed. You need to adapt to the change or you're going to lose. Going back to what they did in 2006, that's not really going to make much of a difference since the landscape has changed so much. And that's the problem with the Democratic Party, is that they haven't adapted to the change to win. But anyway, now, Rahm Emanuel, as I said, last person you want to run to, especially when given this description by Fusion editor Catherine Kruger, who wrote this article. Quote, Emanuel is known as a ruthless campaigner and a money over everything Democratic fundraising superstar who is extremely cozy with Republicans and the ultra-rich. That is the last person you want to have run, that you want to get advice from. And thankfully, he's not running for anything yet. But you're going to get advice from that guy? Not only that, but Rahm Emanuel, anything that Rahm Emanuel touches at this point turns to shit. Especially since he is known as the mayor who fought to suppress the dash cam video of Laquan McDonald. He knew about the video. He knew it was there. He tried to suppress it because he knew he would not win his re-election, if that video got out. Well, that video did get out. It was after the election. So, this guy's got a wonderful record, right? This is exactly the type of guy that you want to get advice from. Well, if you're the establishment, well, of course that's the guy, because he's a fundraising superstar. So maybe you're thinking, look, hey, look, maybe Rahm Emanuel is going to be smart. Maybe he's going to catch on to the wave of left-wing activism, right? Hey, man, that's, you've got so many people that are excited, young people. We got to get this Donald Trump guy out. So, hey, let's go to Rahm Emanuel. Maybe he'll change. Well, let's see. Now, during a podcast appearance last week, Emanuel laid out the contours of the vision, his vision for the future of the Democratic Party. Quote, the future in a presidential election, a statewide election, or a congressional is in the suburbs, where more moderate voters exist. I purposely recruited candidates who reflected the temperament, tenor, and culture of their district. I didn't try to elect somebody that fit my image. I tried to help elect somebody that fit the image and the profile of the district. Oh, you see, you got to go with the moderates. The future of the party is in the suburbs, where all the moderates are, where all the centrists are. Well, how did that turn out, by the way? He said he got a lot of people elected in 2006. Well, where are they? Oh, right. They ended up getting crushed because they were basically Republican light. As Kruger points out, the right-leaning Democrats Emanuel ushered in were key factors in the weakening of a slew of Democratic priorities after Barack Obama's election, from healthcare to the stimulus to climate change. So these moderates, these so-called moderates, right, which are really just center-right, well, they get elected. They block Obama's key proposals, like, for example, getting a public option. And guess what? They get voted out. They get crushed by Republicans. Wow. What a victory. Is that something that you want to repeat? Rahm Emanuel, you're going to go to that guy? Come on, come on, come on. So again, they think that they can reach out. And this is the problem with the Democrats. You think you can reach out to the right wing and get more moderate conservatives. No, that's it. See, they keep doing this. This was the Hillary Clinton strategy. Well, I'm just going to reach out to the Republicans that don't like Donald Trump. Well, how did that work out, Hillary? It didn't work out at all. It's the same thing. They keep going further and further and further to the right. And they're trying to drag us to the right with them. And you're not going to pick up those Republican voters. Why vote for Republican light when you can have a Republican? This is the huge, huge problem with this, okay? And the other thing is they never win re-election. So, okay, say you get Rahm Emanuel's advice and you get some Democratic victories that are actually just people who are center-right. Well, for one, you're going to still have a block of people that are going to vote with the Republicans on some issues. And then they're going to lose their re-election. So what have you done? You've done nothing. That's your resistance. That's your resistance. Look, this whole thing is a disastrous idea. Rahm Emanuel and people like him, the centrists, their time's over. These are the last people you want to get for advice. You know who the first person you want to get for advice is? The guy who energized the Democratic Party. The person who is right now the most popular politician among Democrats and among the country as a whole. Bernie Sanders. Oh, but you don't want his help. You don't want his help. No. See, he's been offering to help you. He's been begging the Democratic Party. Listen to what I'm saying, Democrats. This is how you win. I showed you how to campaign. I showed you how to not take corporate money. I showed you that you could run an effective campaign without taking corporate or super PAC money. I showed you that. I showed you that if you talk about issues, people will actually listen. Now what comes up? Oh, people don't vote on issues. They vote on emotions. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, we can reach out to the right wing. No, you can't. Unless, of course, you do it with issues, policies that are popular across the nation. Getting money out of politics, Medicare for all, that kind of stuff. That is actually popular. That is actually bipartisan. But no, they're not going to do that, right? They won't because, look, they end up, they really like that corporate money. They really like their donations. They don't want to give that up. They don't want to rock the boat because they love that boat. It's their boat. So they're not going to give that up. And they're going to continue to go and get advice from people from losers like Rahm Emanuel. This is a guy who, remember, called liberals fucking retarded. If that's the direction you're going to go, Democrats, good luck. You're going to need it. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.